I get why they call it the Smokies now. Initially, I thought it was because of the dude that was vaping in front of us, but now I understand. So. Did you know that Great Smoky Mountains is the busiest national park of any national park?
Actually, I did know that.
I thought it was the Grand Canyon, but it kind of made, I don't know, surprised or no?
Draw a 4-hour driving radius around that park and see what you hit, and you're like, oh. Yeah, you hit a lot of the East Coast traffic in big cities, so, you know, it makes it really easy for people just to pop on out to that national park and drive through it, so.
I think this park's a little different than the other ones in a few ways. One, it was cobbled together from a bunch of private land. That's just a little historical fact. And it's free.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way, I got you a little Tennessee treat.
Ooh, sweet Thai?
Do you want sweet or do you want extra sweet?
Just sweet is good. They have an extra sweet?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. It's a diabetes one right there. Holy cow.
Look at that.
68 grams of sugar.
Okay, so far I'm not seeing Walt Disney World level crowds. For better for worse, we're in the one way in, one way out part of the park. It's called Cades Cove, so either fewer people come here or more people get stuck in here. I don't know, but... Okay, we're on a little Tennessee wildlife safari here, looking at some horsies.
It's a Dalmatian horse. So one interesting thing about this park is, like, you know, out west, it's pretty much like it's a national park. You don't touch it. Whatever nature does. This is interesting here. There's a lot of barbed wire fence, and these fields are definitely mowed. You know, not like a lawn, but it's like someone went through with the tractor and chopped it down to be 8 inches tall. So it's definitely, it's kind of cool, but it's very different just seeing like a tended land here.
Well, it's definitely not like wilderness, you know, but you gotta remember that all of this, I think almost all of it was private land before it was cobbled together to form the national park.
Yeah, it says, alarmed at commercial logging threats to the forest, Congress authorized the park in 1926. It was established in 1934, and says this was among the first national parks assembled from private lands.
So there's a bunch of like settler cabins and mills and, you know, pastures that were actually used, right? Mm-hmm. And it looks like a bunch of them still are used for horses and that sort of thing. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised about this in Tennessee, but honestly, it's easier to find God than it is wildlife in Great Smoky Mountains. I think we're actually trying to go up on top of those mountains. Okay, so I get why they call it the Smokies now. Initially, I thought it was because of the dude that was vaping in front of us, but now I understand, so. Aw, look at him. As much as I don't like stop traffic, it's actually pretty cool to see like people driving by that are smiling just to see a little bear, you know? Well, as you can see, here's Tennessee, and here's Carolina. Don't call it Smoky for nothing, right? What up, everybody? Good morning from inside Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's bright and early. Honestly, this is our first time camping inside of a national park. First of all, we picked the most popular, busiest national park of all of them to camp in.
And it's empty.
I don't really know exactly why. It's either because it's a little bit more off the beaten path.
It also probably could be the fact that it is summer. I think schools have started.
It's also just a great way to kind of sum up the Smokies. I wasn't concerned about crowds, but I knew that they'd be here.
So,
Man, this didn't compare to literally any park in the West on a holiday weekend kind of crowd. So, and I'm sure it gets busy here too. Maybe we just really nailed it, but I would say no problems and no hassles in terms of crowds and in terms of people here. So,
yeah.
Thank you very much, Smokies. Welcome to Carolina. I can tell you, so far, I've never been on a national park highway.
Yeah, it's very special.
And Blue Ridge Parkway, it's not a highway connecting national parks. It's a national park highway that connects two national parks.